Here we go. Let's get this party going. How's everyone doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is yours truly, Versace. This is what the guns. So look, like I got two YouTube channel guys, so I apologize. So this is why I need your help, guys. I need you guys to help me support the channel to grow. We definitely need better equipment, as you can see. Don't mind the mess in the background, guys. As you can see, my controllers right here. I got a mess here. I got a mess there. But today the video is right. I've been watching a lot of videos on EDC, right? Everyday Carry, right? So there's thousands of videos in the internet. People looking like Rambo when they go out their house. This channel is more realistically, okay? And I have to use better wording and better videos so YouTube don't take my stuff down. So if you guys are wondering, what am I talking about, right? So, as you know, you've been following me for a while. I had a channel called Versace Made It. Versace Made It was my big YouTube channel. Almost 50,000 subscribers, millions of views, thousands of watch hours, but I was demonetized. But every day I kept uploading videos, doing reaction on what's going on in the world. So YouTube took my channel down, saying that I was sharing hate speech for speaking the truth, right? So now I'm upset, mad at the world, right? They take my channel down. I said, no problem, YouTube. You want to take my channel down? I don't give up.
Imagine being able to build anything.
Right? I don't give up easy. You can shut my channels down 1,000 times. 1,000 times I'll come back and create another channel. That's just the way I am, guys. I'm sorry. Right? So then, all jokes aside, I decided to create a second channel. Right? So this second channel, guys, I'm going to show you right here in the screen. Right here. As you can see in the bottom. Let me just cover these things up because I was watching other things there. As you can see in the screen, it's called Guns or Us, right? Guns or Us. Okay, as you can see, look at my face here. Okay. So I created all this from scratch. Okay, this is my design. I picked everything and added this on Adobe Express. So I decided to make this channel strictly for normal people, right? People that cannot afford a $6,000-$7,000 rifle, right? So I created this channel right here. I wasn't noticing that every time I upload a video on the other channel, it was going directly here. This is why some of the videos you see food and certain stuff, right? But then when you go to let's say your videos, right? Oh, damn, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, so as you can see here on the screen, let me just make this screen bigger here for you guys. The first thing, it says this video has been removed because of improper contact, right? Whatever. So if you guys probably wondering what video is that, look at it right here in your face, right? As you can see, guys. What happened, man? So they're saying this is where the problem was at. So I'm super grateful for this country. Hold on, let me put the thing down. As you can see here, it says community guideline warning, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to bring it to this part right here. I guess I wasn't supposed to show you guys on Google and you on your search bar and type in MP5 Sport SD. I was looking for that type of thing to show you guys. So when I uploaded this video, thinking it was going to be useful for you guys to show you guys the beginning step of buying your first gun and why, right? And I believe I showed like 3 different brands from Smith and Wesson, like 3 different brands that I told people, listen, under $1,000, you can go to Palmetto State Armory and you can get yourself a nice 16-inch AR-15 platform, brand new. You can get 10 30-round mags, a Vortex red dot, and 250 rounds of 55 grain or 62 grain 5.56 223 NATO rounds, right? So I think everything was like $900 and something dollars. So I showed for $1,000 you can get all this to start. So I was so happy to upload the video, and YouTube comes and gives me this stuff. So let me take this away from here. I decided, I said, you know what, guys, I'm gonna do something different, okay? Because I don't want YouTube to keep taking my channels down, because I do spend a lot of time creating videos. It takes a lot of time, and then for them to take it like that is just the stupidest thing I ever heard in my life. Meanwhile, you got people almost having sex, showing people getting shot, preparing drugs, process. Like, you see all the super negative shit on YouTube, but those channels can get monetized. But if I tell you how to be a father, a grown man, an older brother, those videos, nope. Let's take this channel down because he's showing the world, the man, how to be men. So then I was like, you know what? I was outside a couple minutes ago, and somebody asked me, yo, why you always wear that green bracelet? This one here. So boom, a light bulb. I said, yo, you know what? I'm gonna make a video talking about the 4 things that I keep on me every time I go out. Number 1, it's my metal bullshit wallet, my license. I have a credit card and like $20, $30 in cash. That's all I keep, guys. I don't need more than that out there. Okay. The other thing, why do I always wear this bracelet? Well, this bracelet is not your typical bracelet. Okay. As you can see here, this is a handcuff key. As you can see, the color is a little rusty because I had this for so many years. Okay. This thing here can make a fire. As you can see, it sparks, right? Inside this liner here of threads, it has I think 7 to 8 different wires, right? I got stuff to start fire, to keep the fire on. I got a fishing line in there. I have copper wire. This rope alone extends up to 100 feet, and it could hold up to 400 pounds. So, yes, as you can see, this little thing here, okay, and it has a whistle right here, right here. Um, have this for more than 20 years, bro. Yeah, like 20 years. So this is what I always use, right? I don't leave my house without this. Number 2, my knife. Okay, this knife was made here in the United States, Portland, Oregon. This was a gift from an old friend. You can see the symbols here, right here. Made in America, the name of the metal. Now, why is this knife special compared to other knives out there? Well, this knife, if I'm not mistaken, is less than $100. It's this part here. It's like a rubber grip. So if your hand's wet, whatever, oily, this thing you still got grip on. And not only that, the material this blade is made of, okay, as you can see, it's metal, but it's a special metal. This, I've been inside of airplanes, courts, police station, going through all the metal detectors. This do not activates the alarm because of the material. It's very light, a little bit light, but you can feel it's metal. You can still like the hook here, as you can see, is pried in very, very tight. This ain't going nowhere, okay? And it's just a beautiful knife. Low key. I like the way it sits in my pants because the way I put it, I put it here, like they say, 6 o'clock. So I always keep it there. And the other thing that's always in my pocket, and it's always outer side pocket, this Saber Red made in the United States. Why? You probably wondering. Besides, why the hell you got pepper spray? That's a girl's weapon. Call me girly, call me whatever. Guess what? If you're in a store, okay, this is the way I think, guys. So look, this goes right here in between your pelvis, whatever that's called. So now I bend down, whatever, and depending what I'm wearing, If they scan me, they don't feel nothing because this is nice and hidden, okay? And plus, I'm not showing the world what I got. So if, oh, you got any weapon on you? Nah, sir. Nah, nothing. Look, nothing. Right? Boom. So now, let me put this mic here. So now, this is in my pocket. Okay? Hey, sir, you know what time is it? As soon as I got somebody getting close to me, all I got to do is slip this over to that side and just spray, and I'm ready to rock and roll. So this is stupid ass thing. So this is like a knife, right? A knife is not for you to fight like Rambo. A knife is for you to poke and get the fuck out. You got to be realistic, guys. Okay? Why don't I don't carry a gun? Well, because I'm not in war. That's number one. Number two, I don't put myself in places where I need to carry a gun. Why? Because I'm realistic, guys. Okay? I live a real normal life, right? I go get my daughter from work. If I got to take my wife to Walmart, you're always going to see me carrying the same four objects when I'm in my state. I thank God I don't have problems with nobody. A lot of the street knuckleheads that I know in these states, they all know my old reputation. You know, I'm not in nobody's way. I'm not interfering with people's negative things out there. Been there, done that. And the beautiful thing about my state is that people respect. Even if you've been out the streets for a long time, they're like, man, this guy Versace, you know, his name was super negative out here, you know, and he changed his life around. Sorry, guys, I keep looking this way. I just want to make sure that I'm not used to looking at a camera, so I'm always looking to my second screen. So I apologize for that, guys. And yeah, man, I'm more realistic. Now, I'm not saying that I won't carry a gun if I'm traveling out of state and I'm driving 4 or 5 hours to visit a friend or a family member for the holidays. Of course, I'm going to take something small with me. Always. I don't give a shit what laws they say. I don't give a fuck. I'll deal with that later. When I leave my house with my family and we're going to travel for 3 to 4 to 6, 7 hours in a vehicle, I'm going to carry some shit. Okay? What am I carry? I might carry a Glock 43 or I might carry a Glock 17, okay? With 2 or 3 extra mags. That's going to be nice and safe somewhere. My family, like my kids are and my wife are going to know where everything is at. God forbid an emergency. Let's say that we get no gas. I have to walk out to get gas. My wife can stay with that, you know, with the guns in the car, ready to rock and roll if anybody comes and bothers, you know, to hurt my family. You know, we'll deal with the headaches later. You know, as long as the same way we left the house, it's the same way we come back home. Okay, we'll deal with shit later. Okay, we're more realistic, and plus we're not out there pulling up to bad neighborhoods and nah. That's the beauty about this country. Okay, a gun in my eyes is not a weapon; it's a tool. It's just like a fishing line. Some people say that's a weapon of the ocean because you're killing fish, right? But in reality, it's not. It's a tool. It's a fish line. It's a fish hook or a fishing pole. You're fishing, right? You got to put a little worm at the end or whatever it is they use. You throw your line. You know, you start reeling to make it look realistically. This thing moving in the water, and the fish comes, grabs it, and you hook it. Boom, that fish is done, right? Because you hook it in the mouth, and now you're gonna feed your family, or you're gonna sell the fish to feed your family. So when it comes to knives, guns, and you know shit like that, I don't consider any of that a weapon. I consider them tools. Hunting and to protect yourself from whoever, right? That's the luxury we have in America, guys. So don't believe everything you see in the internet. You know, all these guys with fucking tactical gear, Then when you find out that 90% of that shit they're wearing is all knockoff shit from Temu and Amazon and, whatever. And then they're telling you, yeah, go buy this helmet. It's like $900 and it can withstand a 50 caliber. You're like, wait a minute. We got to be realistic, bro. We live in the city. Now everybody's going to shoot a 50 caliber in the city. Now you can buy yourself a $200 or $300 fucking good hat that can withstand, 22, 9mm, a 40 caliber handgun or rifle. It can withstand up to a 7, AK round or an AR round. Doesn't mean you're going to think, but at least it can protect somewhat of that in your head. But instead of you spending $2,000 on a heavy-ass helmet or hat, whatever you want to call this shit. Sorry for swearing, guys. I get too emotional. I'm more realistic. Hey, guys, look, this is a beautiful American-made company here. They sell awesome, realistic helmets for under $500. They have payment plans and shit like that. Be more realistic, guys. You don't need a $3,000 tactical vest because your favorite YouTuber, is showing you. So it's like I tell people, right? Like Grand Thumb. I follow Grand Thumb. He's a great guy on YouTube, with the Batman theme. But he's more realistic, too. He tells you, he's like, hey, man, you don't need this $3,000 rifle, And then he starts shouting out, like the Palmetto State or Primary Arms or you name them. All these beautiful companies, they get endorsed to tell you guys that. I'm more realistic, right? If you can't afford a $1,000 EOTech red dot, that's why EOTech is selling this shit now. You can go on Amazon, buy a similar thing for $100, and it's gonna do the same shit as that EOTech. You got to be realistic, guys, right? So then you wonder, look at this, same detachment as an EOTech, same thing. It's just not an EOTech. It's whatever brand this is, right? Has 7 different settings. It goes from red and green. It has night vision on green, right? Super LR41 battery. Only takes 2 of them. These things last a long time as long as and it's you press it hard and it turns on, right? And you can just keep extra batteries in your packs or whatever, your book bag. Realistic. Or these things, they usually come with Rugers or Smith & Wesson. This is a brand that comes sometimes with these AR platforms. It says, it comes with a decent red dot. You can find these for less than $100. And it's going to do the same shit as a $1,000 red dot. And I'm being honest, guys. Now, if you're that guy or lady that has the money, you want to look like the YouTuber, fake G.I. Joes, then go ahead. Do you. Now, we, the realistic people, are going to have money saved that you can use to buy gold coins, silver coins to keep safe. This is what I said earlier, man. Well, everybody selling their gold because gold is on a high price, right? Okay, no problem. Sell your gold, but don't sell all your gold. Why? Because the way things are, guys, the American dollar is not where it used to be before, backed in gold. You can't go to the bank and say, here's $100. I need $100 in gold. They're going to look at you and be like, what the hell's wrong with this person? Call the cops on him. All right? The American dollar is value in petroleum, oil. Okay? This is why nobody wants the American dollars no more, because it's not worth nothing. Okay? This is why all this gold price is through the roof. What is it, $5,300 an ounce or whatever the shit is? It's going to be at $6,000. People going crazy selling all this shit. So now what happens is, let's say you had $10,000 worth of gold, right? And then you take it to the spot and they give you $30,000 now, right? Oh, shit, look, I just made $30,000. Okay. They gave you $30,000 in a piece of paper of $100 bills that's not backed and worth shit. So now if you got rid of all your gold pieces and silver, now when shit hits the fan, that the American dollars ain't worth shit, and you can have a room full of cash like they did in Venezuela, what is it worth when the dollar crashes, right? And then you have no more gold and silver to get rid of because you got rid of everything. So now you're stuck with fake paper, this worth shit, worthless paper, and then you got rid of all your stuff. This is why I tell people, if you're going to get rid of certain things, don't get rid of all of it because you're going to need it soon or later down the road. Same thing with ammunition. Buy ammunition, keep it nice and safe, okay? Why? Because later on, you're going to be able to trade shit. Watch, guys, make fun of it now. Sooner or later, we're going to go back in them days to trading. Hey, man, can I trade you those little cars for a bag of water, man? I have a lot of water, but I have no toys for my kids. Sure, here you go. Bam, 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 you trade, right? That was the whole thing in America, in the world. You trade things. Then when these small hat weirdos came into the world, they started coming with the banking. Now you got to pay tax and this and that. It's just a whole bunch of weird shit, guys. So, welcome to Guns R Us. I hope you enjoy this type of videos. And if you guys want me to create more videos like this, all you got to do is let me know in the comments, guys. And subscribe to the channel, guys. It's free. When us YouTubers or us people in the space of YouTube or the internet, we ask you guys to hit the like or subscribe, all that's showing to these companies that you guys watch our content. That's all it does, guys. You don't get extra dollars. You don't get thing. And plus, I'm not monetized yet. Look, I can show you this. I don't need to lie to you guys. Look, I just hit my money stuff here. Look, earnings. I have nothing. I have to still unlock a lot of stuff to earn. Okay? And as you can see, look, I was over here looking at certain companies and stuff like that. Jesse James, as you can see here, but let me just move this out the way because I don't want YouTube to play. I forgot about Jesse James, man. He makes great, expensive guns. Super custom. But I can't spend no $6,000-$7,000 on a handgun. I'm sorry, guys. Even if I had the money, I couldn't do that. You know the shit I can get with $6,000? Oh my God. I can have you and your entire family look like fucking G.I. Joes with that amount. I hope you enjoy this, guys. And if you guys want to question where did I get all my stuff from, like the bracelet. Oh, and the another thing, a lighter. You always got to keep a lighter on you. You never know when you're going to need a lighter. I can fuck somebody up with just this lighter. Somebody following me, something weird that I don't feel safe. I'll go into a CVS or a store, anywhere where they have any sprays or anything. You know, I'll go into an aisle, grab a weird spray from female, the hair sprays or whatever, grab it, pop it. As soon as I think I'm spraying the shit out of you, I'm running out. Love you guys. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Yes, I'm tapped like that. I have a lot of years of experience in human behavior, how to blend in, how to stay out the way, how to be a regular Joe, but a surprising G.I. Joe. Get it? I love you guys. Have a beautiful day. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. Peace out.